And we're about ready to start the second half. The Lions will kick off to the Titans, so San Marino will get the ball first. They lead by a score of 28-6. Kickoff comes this direction, taken by number 1, and he will be brought down at about the 27-yard line. That is Jaden Holloman, a senior, and Holloman will be brought down at the 28-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Titans. San Marino scored early and often, and the Titans lead by a score of 28-6. Mavridi's the quarterback, and I do not see Ryan Single has not left the training bench, I don't believe. So he's probably lost for the game. 1st and 10, San Marino. Handoff to number 34, that's Trevor Anton, a junior. And Anton, who will be the featured running back, he picks up about a yard, 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Well, it's nice to see the Titans at least trying to get that running game back up again. Anton, Glover always loved Anton. Lot of, worked hard, very good attitude. And there goes Nick Single in a little wheeling cart. So they're going to probably go and have him x-rayed right away.
So you're exactly right, Steve. There goes the cart, and Single's on it, and he's not playing golf. I can guarantee you that. He's obviously done for the evening. Trevor Anton is the son of a former great Titan. Lee Anton was a great baseball player. I know that. I don't know other sports that he may have played, but I know he was a very, very good baseball player. Pass was incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. Titans have used only 57 seconds on this opening possession, and they're going to want to either get some yardage out of this or get a long punt. Mavrides comes all the way back on the field. I'm not sure about this way of bringing the plays into the game. He runs all the way to the sideline and all the way back to the huddle. And yeah, I was that age once as well, but that's a lot of football, a lot of running. Mavrides back to pass, looking downfield, throws. Morning has it, 1st down. San Marino gained about 14 yards and a 1st down.
I agree with you with that. Especially if the clock continues to run. But when you're up, it's okay to do it when you're in a rush like we were at the end of the first half. You don't want to do it, but a great, Coleman Morning impresses more and more. He's got a great set of hands, and he's only a sophomore, or is he a freshman? Sophomore. Yeah, you got a lot of young players out there. You got a freshman, you got sophomores. You're doing what you can with the numbers of people that San Marino has.
1st and 10, San Marino after the completion from Mavrides to Morning. 10:25 to go, 3rd quarter. Hat off to Anton. Anton goes right up the hash mark, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards before he's brought down. That'll be 2nd down and 3.
He's got a little more scat than Single does. Single is more of a power runner. And so he did a good job kind of dancing, found his hole, danced through. A good job by that offensive line. And as I mentioned, that offensive line's got 2 guys on it that are seniors that haven't played football in a couple of years. So it's good to see them back out there on the field.
2nd down and 3. Mavrides hands off to, he keeps it as a matter of fact. Here goes Mavrides trying to get a 1st down for San Marino, and he'll be very close to it. And he's knocked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. I think he's going to be short by about the length of the football, maybe a full yard.
Yeah, I thought he was closer, but like you, I need my glasses at times just to tie my shoes. So it looks about. No, they're gonna pull on the chains. They are, because they've decided just to give the 1st down. Forget about that. So they set it a yard behind, then move it up, and then look like they're gonna bring the chains on, then and say, "With the heck with it, we'll give you the 1st down."
I am constantly amazed by high school level chain gangs and officials and side judges, as a matter of fact. I never know what they're going to come up with. And it looks like he just gave San Marino a first down. Trevor Anton, good running up the middle. Anton is going to get down to about the 35-yard line, first down. Gain of 13 yards. I'm going to look at the Titans sideline is all on fire.
Yeah, that's great. He's got some big holes up front. But the thing that most impressed me about that is if you go back and take a look at the tape, David Irie is all the way down the field trying to find someone to block, and that's just great.
If David Irie was downfield trying to find somebody to block, we'd be in trouble. But obviously it is Tim Irie, David's son.
I'm beginning to feel like Paul Crowley.
That's all right. He's not here to defend himself, by the way. 1st and 10, San Marino. The Titans pick up the first down. Ball is at the 37-yard line, 36-yard line. Mavridis wants to throw again, looks downfield, has a man, kind of sidearms it. Hornberger, first down, Titans, penalty marker on the field. That's going to be a horse collar or a face mask. That's going to be about 15 more or half the distance more.
And you just described the way he threw that ball. It was he was not off balance, but he threw it on the run, and he kind of just slung it out there and got it to Hornberger. Hornberger really, really beginning to impress. Has a touchdown tonight. Is able to find the hole in the defense, and has shown great hands.
Nice play by Hornberger. San Marino first down. It is a personal foul, and that will move the ball closer to the goal line. The Titans will have it at about the 8-yard line. First and goal from the 8. Just a few seconds ago, I was talking about how the Titans were in trouble of having a very, very short first possession, and now here we are a little bit later, and they're driving towards the end zone. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Titans quickly out of the huddle. That is Hornberger split to the left. Mavridis wants to throw again, in trouble. Fumble on the play. And it's picked up by San Marino very, very alertly. Falling on the play. Was that Mavridis who got it back? Not sure. It looked like Mavridis got the ball back himself, but I'm not sure.
I don't think he did. I think he was a little further back, but Mavridis has got to just airball that. He's just got to throw it out of the back of the end zone because that's a big loss there. And he, I could see the pressure coming. He had to feel it, but he just waited too long.
Loss of 14 yards. It was first and goal at the 8. Now it's second and goal at the 22. Hand off to Anton. Anton gets a couple of them back, but he will be brought down at the 20-yard line. So the Titans are looking at third and goal from the 20-yard line.
Well, I think that they were. You got to believe that El Monte was looking for a pass situation, so that was a good call. It just didn't break as big as they thought it would be. So now the Titans, plenty of time. Well, this is taking a little long to get this call in. But as I said, they don't have a clock here, and I don't know if a lot of high schools have a clock, but it requires a lot of math to go out there and make sure that you get the play off in time.
Third and goal from the 20-yard line. Titans need to get the whole biscuit, and we've got a penalty marker on the field, and it's going to go against El Monte again. Another offsides against the Lions.
Offsides on El Monte.
So that gets San Marino 5 more yards and makes it a little bit easier. Third and goal from the 15-yard line. Here's Mavridis back to throw, and it is knocked away, intended for Morning. Knocked away, it'll be fourth and goal from the 15.
Yeah, I have to look through the glass of the booth to try to figure out what's happening there, but just a little out in the flat. He looked open for just a second. The ball goes a little higher, he's got a shot at it, but so now they're going to have to go fourth and goal. I don't think they've got the field goal to do this, and really they don't need the field goal. They're up 28-7.
Fourth and goal for the Titans. High snap to Mavridis, pulls it down, looking into the end zone, throws, has a man, caught, touchdown San Marino, Mikey Yasayan. I don't see any flags, and the Titans have converted on fourth and goal from the 15-yard line, 34-6, touchdown San Marino.
Boy, Mitch, he was wide open, and the only concern was making sure he got his foot down for the touchdown. He was very careful to making sure, but there is a player from El Monte that's down behind. We can't really see it because of where it is, but there is a player down, and so that will delay the extra point, but the San Marino's looking to do it.
34-6.
You can have it.
When they're checking with us, they know they're in trouble.
Yeah, the people in the press box are checking with Steve and I, who are standing out on a porch in the elements and asking us what happened. They're in big trouble. And I think that the young man who has had a great ball game, number 33, I believe that he was covering Yasayan, and I think the injury might be the reason why he couldn't cover him. Or he's a smart guy like me. If you get beat, just act like you're hurt. Nothing wrong with that at all. And the kick is up, and it is good. 5 for 5. Great job by Tobias Pedroza. His fifth extra point, San Marino 35 and El Monte 6.
He doesn't look intimidated or anything. He's just going to go out there and kick it. And if you note that he doesn't drop that far back. And the snap comes, and as soon as the snap's on the ground, he's got the kick up. So his timing is impeccable right now. But the Titans 35-6. They score another one. You got a running clock. Is that right, Mitch?
Oh man, let's call Mike Hobby. He knows the rules of the running clock, I think. Talked to Mike Hobby today. Mike Hobby and his wife Suzanne went on a kind of around the country, mostly to the west, from their home in the Tampa area. Went on a couple-month-long RV trip and had a great time. Really enjoyed themselves. Saw a good part of the country. Coleman Morning to kick off for the Titans. Angles it to the right again, and it's taken short by one of the up men. And he will get all the way out to about the 37-yard line before he's brought down by San Marino. One of the tacklers was number 34, Trevor Anton, and also number 12, Mikey Yasayan, and Jaden Holloman making another play for the San Marino special teams.
I followed the Hobbies trip on Facebook. Suzanne posted a lot. It seemed to me that they were actually testing out honky-tonks across the nation, but I did see that Mike got a little fishing done.
Yes, I think they could have written a review on sort of country-themed bars, and that's going to be a penalty against, not sure. And I think they're pointing in San Marino's direction. Are they? And yeah, they're going to walk off 5 against the Titans. Possibly for offsides. We'll see. Yes, it is. First and 5 for the Lions. 5:58 to play, third quarter. Titans lead by a score of 35-6. What is the running clock again? How many points? 35? So we are up by 29. Yeah, we need another touchdown. Throw downfield, and it's caught. A big tight end downfield was able to make the catch. Back there defending for the Titans was Clement Trong, and Nick Escamilla was also on coverage, but they threw it to about a 6-foot, 245-pound tight end first down.
the Titans came very close to getting the quarterback on that one and kind of nobbled it off.
So Rodriguez, the quarterback, who was able to throw it downfield a little bit. I think we go back to Andrade, and Andrade brought down by number 24, Coleman Morning. Also in on the play was number 18, Aiden Hong. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down and 4.
You know, the one thing also about the defense of San Marino is they may not be big, but they're all very athletic, I noticed. They've got a lot, and they're not afraid to hit. They've got a lot of athletes out there, and it really helps them because it helps them in that second effort.
The Lions are right in front of us from our perch here, literally a perch on the 30-yard line. That was clearly a false start and not called, and the quarterback Andrade was brought down by Hornberger, but that's going to be very close to a first down. Actually, no, it's going to be about a couple yards short. But Steve, was that not a false start?
And that official is the official that you told you're doing a good job. And no, it was evident. And now that we're right on top of it, it's just remarkable that it hasn't been called once.
It looks like one of these wingbacks gets a huge head start on the snap, but don't know. Ball on the ground again. Picked up by San Marino. Coleman Morning, number 24, falls on it, and the Titans get it back with a 35-6 lead.
Yeah, that's just a plain fumble. I didn't see anybody get their hand on it, but then he kicked it, and Coleman Morning just had the nose for the ball. He saw it on the ground and went right after it. So good job by the defense, holds it up, and gets the turnover again.
Exactly, another one. Four turnover takeaways, you say, Steve? 3 fumbles and an interception. Our statistician, Steve Tall, tells me, and his numbers are better than mine because I don't have any. First and 10, San Marino. They'll snap it from the 24-yard line. Mavridis throws. Has a man. That is Ryan Park, Steve Park's little son. Ryan Park may go. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ryan Park. 76 yards. And the Titans are in the end zone again. And Mavridis is running downfield about as fast as Park did with the football. 41-6, and more importantly, somewhere Mike Hobby's smiling. It will be the running clock.
And not just that, his speed around the corner. He beat guys to the corner and then was just gone like a sprinter. So a great job, just a little swing pass. What was that, a 70-yard?
74.
74-yard touchdown. The pass went, it'll be marked as 0 yards if you're looking at how far the pass, because he hit him right before the line of scrimmage. But the speed that he showed as the kickoff, the extra point was good. But that was just, I was so impressed. It gave me chills, actually, by his speed. Once he got around the corner, he was gone.
Ryan Park, son of former Titan record holder Steve Park, who was at one time the career reception yardage leader. And then he was defeated by Kalen Maranovich in about the year 2000 or 1999, if I remember correctly. And then those records were obliterated by J.P. Shofi. And in fact, I was talking to Ryan last year. I said, "You held this record for a while, didn't you?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "And no one else will hold it again." He goes, but he had it long enough. He had it for quite a while. I can't remember what year he graduated. For some reason, 90 sticks in my mind. But
Fabulous baseball shortstop.
Exactly, and a very good baseball player as well. So the Titans should get the running clock. 74-yard completion from Mavridis to Park. And as a quarterback, former quarterback myself, that's one of the greatest things in the world. You can throw the ball 5 yards and you get 74 yards put on your statistics. Morning sends it over to the far side again, and the short man fumbles it and is able to recover the football. 30-yard line for the Lions. So they are not going to start the running clock, I don't believe. Yep, not going. Uh-oh, I was waiting for that referee to start the running clock, but we're not getting it. 42-6, Titans lead the Lions of El Monte High School. 1st and 10 for the hosts. Handoff and drag down after a short gain. Number 35 makes the tackle. And number 35, as mentioned before, freshman Julian Solis, gain of 5 yards, 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, they like to run the ball up the middle, and they're just going to keep on doing it, even though they're down by 36 points. It's what they know.
2nd down and 5. Running that little single wing toss, and that is Andrade, and Andrade is snowed under again. Number 83 having a great ball game is Jay Bell, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play and bring up 3rd down and 7. Ryder Yoshitaki, another sophomore, also in on the play. Yoshitaki wears number 25, 3rd down and 7.
Those guys are just out there enjoying football right now. They're enjoying hitting. They're really being supportive of each other. And it's really they're a fun team to watch right now, Mitch.
I agree, a really fun team to watch. They won the Frost Soft game on this field earlier this week, 40-0. Had a really good time defeating the Lions in the Frost Soft. And I can tell you one thing. Nobody's going to be more happy to see San Marino's bus in their rearview mirror than El Monte. 40-0 in the Frost Soft game, 42-6 so far in the varsity game. A combined 82-6 in those two ball games. San Marino's outscored the Lions. 2:33 to go in the first half. Correction, in the third quarter. 42-6, Titans lead. Ball right at midfield. Handoff right side, running room. Mikey Yasayan, however, makes a nice stop. And the running back will be short of a 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
A good job by Yasayan, but actually a mistake by that running back. He had a whole gaggle or a pride of lions out in front of him, I should say. And he elects to go outside. Had he followed the big fellas down, it would have been a couple more yards to pick up.
Steve, hang on to that colorful language for when we play the geese later on this year. 2nd down and 1. They run from that wing position again, or formation again, and that is Andrade, the quarterback, and he will spin forward for a 1st down. Tackle made by Brendan Long. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
First down, ball on the 35-yard line.
But I'm going to look it up because I don't understand why there's not a running clock. And Mike Hobby keeps on calling me on my phone to yell at the referees. He'd be out there if that was the case. El Monte seems to have their running game, at least on a little bit of a roll right now. And let's hope the Titans could get a stop.
Fumble on the play, running. Oh man, San Marino made them pay. Number 44, Brandon Long. Number 24, Coleman Morning, pile up on the quarterback, and that's going to be another big loss for the Lions offense back to the 44-yard line. And they need the 24-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Clock running, 43 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Morning's closing speed on that was remarkable. What a good job. The Titans, they weren't going to let him get outside of that. They got some hands on him, and then Morning just closed big.
2nd down and 20 for the Lions. Clock running, 22 seconds left to play. Double reverse, they're trying to run something a little bit sneaky, and it's going to work. running back is all the way inside the 20-yard line. Finally brought down by number 77. That's Joseph Wong. Touchdown saving tackle for Wong, but it'll be 1st and goal for the Lions.
Yeah, he just got outside. He had his pride in front of him. Was able to get outside. That's a mistake on the Titans. You got to make sure if you're out on the defensive end to close them down. So a good play by the Lions. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Maybe it's only the fourth quarter. I'm going to check.
If it is, I hope we at least keep him out of the end zone until the fourth quarter. Ball is at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10. They need the 7-yard line for another series of downs, and we have whistles and we have timeout El Monte. So the Lions will take a timeout with 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter. San Marino leads by a score of 42-6. As Steve and I have been talking about, there has been a rule for many years where if there is a 35-point lead anytime in the second half, I believe, it goes to a running clock, and it does not revert. Once you go to a running clock, you do not go back to a standard clock. But for some reason, the officials are not doing that. I don't know if maybe coaches can agree before the game to have a running clock or not, possibly. I don't know. I know in the Rio Hondo League, there will be a running, the league will make a decision for every game, and not each individual game, but for the entire season. Steve, looks like you've reached into your phone and you've got some information.
Yes, I did. I was talking to the staff upstairs. In the first three quarters, if there's a 35-point difference, the mercy rules they call it, the coaches by agreement, as you mentioned, can't agree it. In the fourth quarter, it's automatic. So if they hold them off for 12 seconds, the last 12 minutes of the game will be run very carefully. We're having a little camera move here, so it's important for the Titans, at least from a standpoint of now.
Keep them out. So yeah, we want to keep them out of the end zone. Let's hope they run one play, don't score, which they don't seem to be able to do that. The Titans keep him short of the first down. And maybe that's why they called the timeout, Steve. They might have called the timeout in order to get the extra. And so the clock runs out on the third quarter. We go to the fourth quarter. Titans lead 42-6, and we'll see if they do the running clock.
I mean, the one thing, though, if you're looking for the running clock, if you're looking to stop the no mercy rule, you call a timeout. Why do you run that play? It's like, maybe they thought something or saw something. So, so the Titans up by 36 points, 42-6. We're wondering more, not about the outcome of the game, but about the mercy rule of the running of the clock. Because both Mitch and I have other things we need to do tonight.
So, bad news about Ryan Single. I don't know. We have not seen him even on the bench. I don't have any information, but sad to see him unable to finish this game.
Yeah, Ryan, as I mentioned, was a big part of last year's team as a sophomore. He's a junior this year. Big, fast guy, scored a couple touchdowns for the Titans in the shortened season. His brother, Nick, also, who's now in Colorado, not playing football, was a big part of the team, and they are related to the Angeloffs. Their grandfather is Dan Angeloff, and Angeloff, and their uncle was the one whose award is named after.
Dan Angeloff Jr., the Dan Angeloff Jr. Extra Mile Award, which goes to the captains of San Marino's football team, of which Nick was one this past year. 42-6, Titans lead. First play of the fourth quarter, rather. And the ball is down. The running back is down. Tackle made by number 40, Ryan Q. And he will lose yardage on the play. That'll bring up third down and 8 for the Lions. Lions now moving, of course, from our right to our left. 11:35 to go. We'll see if that running clock is in effect because we're in the fourth quarter and we have at least a 35-point advantage. Titans lead by 36, 42-6. Hand off to a running back up the middle, and he's going to be sliced down. Nice tackle. Not sure who it was. Yeah, number 24 again, Coleman Mourning, and number 44, Brendan Long, combined on the tackle. That's going to be short of the first down. But the official, again, nope, short, fourth and about a yard.
And I tell you, go back and take a look at this tape because Jay Bell just got hammered on a kickout block on him.
That's one of the few times he hasn't had the advantage tonight, I can guarantee you that. And the ball's on the ground, fumbled, great job by Solis, number 35, who wants the football. He wanted the quarterback. I like the way he tried to keep the quarterback away from the football, thinking maybe he couldn't get it, so he's going to keep Andrade from falling on it, but that's going to be a big loss. It was first and goal, and it's going to be second and goal from the 17-yard line.
Solis has pretty explosive speed too, and he's a strong kid, as I recall. And if you notice, their quarterback is limping a bit right now, and hadn't had a good snap in the last three.
Solis, as we've said a couple times, a freshman, astonishing, a freshman. Handoff up the middle on a counter, and San Marino's defense stops him again. Ryan Q, number 40, in on the play. Ryan Park, number 21, also part of the hit. And the gain is to the 14-yard line. It'll be third and goal from the 14.
Yeah, and without much of a passing game, this is kind of hard to do, but the Titans doing a good job taking advantage of the mistakes that El Monte makes and trying to capitalize on them.
You know, Steve, I can't tell if there's a running clock yet because it's been all running plays. They've all stayed in bounds, and there's been no timeouts. Here's Andrade on the run, going to throw the ball. Maybe he's going to throw the ball, and he will go down before he gets beheaded by number 12, I think, Mikey Yasayan. So a smart move to 86 the mission. The ball is at the 11-yard line. It's going to be fourth and goal from the 11.
Yeah, and there was an obvious hold on that, number 74. Big number 74 grabbed, I couldn't see the number, but Titan from behind. There's an official right there, and they didn't call it, but not that it really matters at this point.
Maybe the officials are in running clock mode as well. And if they are, good for them. Fourth and goal from about the 11-yard line. Another bad snap, throws into the end zone, incomplete. And the Titans will get the ball back, and now we can see that the clock is running, 8:17 to go. And San Marino will have it at the 10-yard line.
If you've noticed, every snap after they got down close to the goal line was on the ground. So the Titans have actually, when that starts to happen, you got a tired center, and I think the Titans are doing an excellent job just continuing to put the pressure on that offensive line. So a good set by the Titans, and we'll see what they do. They don't have to run the ball; they can throw the ball with the running clock.
That's right, and no penalties for incomplete passes. You know, Steve, the players have praised Coach Ray Torres's conditioning program. He said that that's the reason why they beat Norwalk. They were in better shape, just plain and simple. The Norwalk players were standing up out of their stances. They had no juice left, and they were waiting for the game to end. One Titan defensive lineman told me that the offensive linemen for Norwalk were saying only 5 minutes left, only 4 minutes left, counting it down like a positive thing, like they couldn't wait to get the game over with. So again, San Marino looks like the much fresher side here as we're midway through the fourth quarter.
Well, it's also easier to be fresher when you're up by 36 points, but I think you're absolutely correct.
Second down, handoff to Mourning on a reverse, and there's a penalty marker on the field. It was second down and about 4. Clock continues to run, which is a good thing. Might have been Anton, the ball carrier. Not sure. I thought it was Morning.
Identical number 3.
And they're going to call a hold on San Marino. That'll move the ball back.
For the Lions, Johnny Gonzalez.
Probably in the area where it'll be half the distance. And I can see the official pacing it off down to about the 7-yard line. They need to get to the 22, so it'll be 2nd down and 15. They don't lose it down because of the penalty. Clock is continuing to roll. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the ball game. Titans lead 42-6, and they've got the very appropriate running clock. 2nd down and 15. Mavridis is the quarterback. Looking downfield, fires, has a man open. Caught. Jaden Holloman, touchdown San Marino. And that is going to go all the way 93 yards. Jaden Holloman scores for the Titans, a senior playing in his very first year of football.
And the exciting thing about that is Jaden Holman's a basketball player, and he's played basketball, he played it consistently, and he just said, "The heck with it, I'm going to play football this year." And what a fabulous, he got around the corner, showed some speed, and it was a nice catch. He's got great hands. There have not been that many, if any, dropped passes, and that's a credit also obviously to Mavridis for hitting them, but the Titan receivers are not dropping passes. Here's the kick. It is up. He's exhausted, and he misses this one. So after hitting his first 6, the freshman kicker finally misses one. But, Mitch, I was just commenting, there have not been that many drop passes tonight, if any. Other than, there might be a throw that's too high or something like that. But there's going to be some great stats tonight coming out of this game. 6 minutes to go. The Titans up by 42 now.
Steve, did I hear while I was in the booth we missed an extra point?
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because what a night he's had, as I mentioned, and that is... Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Mitch is... I didn't hear what you were saying.
I was giving them the...
Oh. So they have changed the kickoff. It was Coleman to start, and now it's number 3 for the Titans. Who's number 3 for the Titans?
Tobias Pedroza.
So Pedroza is now kicking as well. So a short kick goes to about the 30, but taken down on the 35 by, I can't see the numbers from Anton, 34. So the clock will, I don't know why the clock is stopping. Maybe it stops after the kickoff. So Titans up 48-6, 5:46 to go. Mavridis a big night. All 7 touchdown passes. I can't remember, but 7 touchdown passes is going to put him. And it stopped because there's a player that's hurt on the far side for El Monte. So it'd be interesting to see his stats because his level of completion, his percentage of completion is going to be high. His pass yardage is going to be high thanks to 2 long passes early for touchdowns, and then here in the second half, the one to Park and the one to Holloman. There is probably 130 yards right there between those 2. So a big night for Mavridis. And a big night for the Titans all, but as Mitch said, the dark cloud is we don't know about Ryan Singal, who was the running back. Certainly Anton has stepped up and added some jazz to the running game. But as I said, we're not seeing a very good El Monte team. They've really not only had 2 weeks with their coach prior to the season. Their former coach, the one that took them to the state championship, had shoulder surgery and then couldn't necessarily make the comeback from that, decided just to do it. Plus, you got guys who might have left the program because they didn't play last year, and you may have one or two guys still sitting around from that state championship team. I don't know if any of the seniors played as a sophomore. So off comes the El Monte Lion. And the clock will be started here as the ball is placed on the 35-yard line. He is a little wobbly, it looks like. Or it could be his shoulder. Yes, they're indicating it's his shoulder.
So the Titans with a 48-6 lead, and there are 5 minutes and 46 seconds, and they start the clock, get things moving again. Lions having another bad snap, and the Titans are going to fall on, I think, another football. San Marino has it. Not sure who picked it up, but the Titans have it. And I think that is number 15, or Yoshitaki, number 25, or number 15, who I think is Carson Heron. So, man, we are getting a lot of ball players some action for San Marino, and I think Heron may have fallen on the fumble, Steve. Yeah, exactly. So the Titans get the ball back, and they have it first down and 10. Clock running, 5:18 left to go in the contest. And are we going to Coleman Morning at quarterback? Are you sure? I think that's Mavridis to his left. Not sure. Although Coleman Morning did play quarterback for the Frosh Soft team earlier this year and was very, very good at it. Is he going to take the snap? He might take the snap. You're right. I talked to him the other day and said, are you going to play quarterback? He says, no, never again. Well, that was proven wrong very quickly. And there is a handoff to Nevin Yaramati. And that will be a gain of about 3 yards.
Stop by number 70, Mark Presidio.
Nice of me to call Nevin Yaramati by the wrong name. It's Nathan Yaramati, Nevin's little brother. Yeah, exactly. Gain of 2 yards. That'll be second down and 8. 4:23 left to play in the ball game. San Marino way up, 48-6. Coleman Morning is the quarterback. He's a sophomore. Park is in motion. Handoff to Yaramati, and Yaramati will jet forward for a couple yards on the play.
And it's nice to see them. They took out Irie. They've taken out Gill. So they're getting some of the offensive linemen in there as well, as they're up 48-6, 3:40 to go. Get some guys some practice. Eventually, you may need them.
Ryan Gulick, number 70, is in on the offensive line for the Titans. 3:30 left to go in the ball game. Third down and 4 for the Titans. Coleman Morning at quarterback for San Marino. Handoff to Yaramati again. Tries the right side, and he will lean forward for a couple yards. Gain of 2. Nice block by number 77, Joseph Long, for the Titans. And that'll bring fourth down and 3.
Yeah, it looks like they move Mooney to the outside, or is he still in there? I can't tell.
At the right tackle.
Right tackle. So they move him to the outside, and they've got a whole different offensive line in there. A whole different offense, actually.
Fourth and 3 for San Marino. See if they can keep the drive alive. Maybe take a couple of knees to end the ball game. Handoff to Yaramati, and he's going to be caught in the backfield. No gain on the play. And the Lions make a stop for some pride. No pun intended. And the Lions will take over on downs. 1st and 10. Not much left to go, however, as we will be inside of 2 minutes the next time they snap the football.
Yeah, I mean, you get a whole different, younger offense out there. You're not expecting much out of them. But they did a pretty good job, get some experience as it goes on, doing the same thing on this side of the ball. I was just counting to make sure that they had 11 guys out there. I couldn't tell.
1:35 to go. Running play to the right side. It's Andrade, and Andrade leans forward for about 8 or 9 yards. Brought down by number 40, Ryan Q, and also in on the tackle, number 15. I think that is Carson Heron. If it is, a nice play by Heron. And I think we have Ian Park in the ball game for San Marino. San Marino's smallest player. And if it is, what a gutsy player is Ryan Park. I think that's him. I'm sorry, Ian Park. Take it back. Ryan Park is as well, but Ian Park also in the ball game. 2nd down and 1. Handoff up the middle. And another nice play by Solis, who chases down the ball carrier. And that'll be a 1st down for the Lions.
Some Titan lost their hat on that one. I didn't see who it was, but he was involved in the tackle. Didn't end up stopping him. So 30 seconds left, Mitch. This game's been over for a while. What are your thoughts about the Titans?
Well, I hate to be one of those people who said I told you so, because I'm not that type of person. But I didn't tell anybody anything. But I love this group. And I did, however, I won't say I discovered this group, but I really started to enjoy this group earlier this year as Frost Soft. And I really enjoy the attitude that this team has. And talking to Coach Ray Torres, he said he is just so impressed by the family atmosphere that they have on this ball club. They just really, really like each other. There was a really neat picture taken at the Frost Soft game when Ian Park, who's about 5'6" and about a buck, about 100 pounds, scored a touchdown. And so about 10 varsity players had driven down here after practice, and they're in their street clothes, standing around, giving a high five. That's how much they really care about each other. So I really like the culture that these players have, I think, kind of developed themselves with the help of the coaching staff and Coach Torres. So I really do like this team. Are they going to win every game? Doubt it. Are they going to maybe have a couple of tough losses? Yet they probably will. They're going to play some teams with a lot of talent. But they are never going to be outbeat from an effort standpoint. They're not going to be beat out from the standpoint of effort. I can tell you that.
I'm impressed, too, by the level of enthusiasm, the level of support that they provide each other, and as their athleticism is going to take them far. They do lack the size, and here's the last snap of the game with 6 seconds. Once again, sides are running down, and that'll be it. Who made the tackle? That
is Preston Montano.
Preston Montano, number 2. So, but I do, Mitch. I like the way they play. Obviously, Mavridis is the leader of this team. You've got Jay Bell, who had a great game. You have Mikey, who's had another great game. That's 2 in a row. So they are playing very impressively, and they're going to have a tough game next week against Fillmore. Fillmore's going to come down here and bring it, but they're actually building a lot of confidence.
Titans go to 2-0 after defeating El Monte tonight. They previously defeated Norwalk a couple weeks ago. Then we had the that we talked about, the much discussed cancellation last week due to COVID on the Village Christian program. So San Marino wins by a score of 48-6, and we will be home this Friday, 7 o'clock p.m., when Fillmore heads down the 126 freeway and the 5 freeway and the 118 freeway and the 210 freeway to come to San Marino, the Titans versus Fillmore at 7 o'clock p.m. For Steve Todd, I'm Mitch Lehman. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week at Titan Stadium.